Dave's year-end bonus just hit the account. His wife Sarah already has the trip pulled up. A better hotel, direct flights this time, no more layover with the kids. It's not extravagant. They can technically afford it. And Dave says no to all of the upgrades. Again, the bonus needs to go toward the credit card balance. Same place the tax refund went, same place the extra money has quietly gone almost every month this year. Sarah pushes back, and this time it isn't gentle. Do you even want us to enjoy the money we make? Or are we just going to save forever? And Dave doesn't have a good answer. This is the guy who checks every account after the kids go to bed. The guy who can walk you through their entire financial picture from memory. And he doesn't have a good answer. Not because there isn't one, because he's never once said it out loud. If you're the one who manages the money in your house, you might already recognize this moment. The hardest part of that job isn't the math, it's that you're carrying a plan nobody else can see. So here's what's actually behind Dave's no. It's not that he doesn't want the trip. He wants it just as much as she does. He has an order of operations, and he's been quietly running it alone for over a year. Step 1 was the emergency fund, $20,000, finished earlier this year. Step 2, the one they're on now, is clearing the credit card. Step 3 is investing more aggressively. Step 4 is the bigger stuff, including, yes, nicer vacations. The credit card balance sits at about $7,000, at over 20% interest. To Dave, sending the bonus anywhere else is like mopping the floor with the faucet still running. So from where Dave sits, saying no to the flight upgrade isn't restriction. It's just the next correct move in a sequence. The problem is Sarah has never seen the sequence. She's only ever seen the moves. Think about what the last year actually looked like from her side. The new couch she'd been eyeing for months. Waved off with, let's hold off on that. No timeline, no reason attached. The raise Dave got last spring came and went without a single thing about their life changing. The extra money just disappeared. Somewhere, every month, on schedule, into accounts she doesn't even look at. And the time she asked about the insurance renewal, Dave answered with, don't worry, I've got it handled. That ended the conversation, sure, but notice it didn't actually answer anything. Nothing connects any of it for her. There's no visible destination, just a husband who keeps finding reasons to say no. And a family that apparently can't enjoy money it clearly has. That night, long after Sarah's asleep, Dave replays the argument. Her question keeps looping. Are we just going to save forever? And for the first time, he actually examines the assumption he's been running on this entire time. Somewhere along the way, Dave decided Sarah wasn't interested in the finances, so he stopped explaining. And underneath that was a belief he'd never said out loud, not even to himself. The belief goes like this: if I show her how thin the margin really is, what a job loss would do, what a bad month could set off, she'll just worry all the time. Carrying it alone is the kinder thing. It sounds noble. Protective even. A lot of people running their family's finances are operating on some version of this belief right now. And most of them have never once tested it. Here's what that belief gets wrong, and it's the core of this whole video. Hiding the plan doesn't remove the worry from your house. It just relocates it. Sarah isn't walking around worry-free while Dave absorbs the stress for both of them. She's anxious about something else entirely. A husband who controls what the family can and can't do with no explanation attached. And it shows up in small, corrosive ways. She second-guesses herself before bringing up anything that costs money. She braces a little before every conversation about spending, rehearsing the case for it before she's even sure she needs to make one. Every unexplained no deposits a little more resentment. Not because she's unreasonable, because from her side the restrictions are real and the reasons are invisible. Meanwhile, Dave feels unappreciated, because nobody sees how much thought goes into keeping the family safe. Both of them are responding completely rationally to the information they have. They just don't have the same information. So the worry Dave thought he was sparing her, she has it anyway. It's just aimed at him now instead of at the money. That's the trade he made without ever realizing he was making it. If you take one idea from this video, make it this one. Protecting someone from the plan doesn't protect them from the stress. It just moves the stress somewhere less fair to them. Here's where Dave finally lands. And it's a lot simpler than he expected. He doesn't need Sarah to study investing. He doesn't need her tracking bills, reading about index funds, or sitting through monthly account reviews she'd dread. He needs her to know three things: where they stand right now, what the current priority is, and what changes once they reach it. That's it. That's the whole minimum viable version of a shared financial plan. Not the spreadsheet, not the mechanics, just the position, the priority, and the payoff. Because the goal was never equal interest. Plenty of great marriages have exactly one person who actually likes personal finance. The goal is shared direction. Both people knowing where the ship is pointed, even if only one of them is steering. So a few days later, Dave sits down with Sarah and gives her the plain language version of the plan. No spreadsheet, no lecture, no charts, just 3 sentences. It takes him about a minute. Right now, the priority is the credit card. We owe about $7,000 on it, at over 20% interest. Every month it sits there, we're paying for nothing. Once that's gone, and at this pace that's a few months out, that same money starts going into investments. And after that, we start saving specifically for the trips we actually want to take. Then he says the sentence he should have said a year ago: I'm not trying to stop us from enjoying our money. I'm trying to get us to a place where one emergency doesn't throw everything off. Notice what happened to the vacation: no. It didn't actually change. The bonus is still going to the card. But it stopped being no and became not yet. Here's what unlocks it. Same decision, completely different weight. The conversation was the breakthrough. But Dave does 2 more things afterward. And if you're the money person in your house, these 2 matter just as much. Because they're what keep the plan from crawling back inside his head. First, he automates the plan. The credit card payment now moves the day after payday, automatically. Every time. The priority executes itself, no willpower required, no remembering, no monthly decision sitting there waiting for anyone to renegotiate it. Second, he writes it down. Where the accounts are, how to get into them, what the plan is, and what order it goes in. One document. Somewhere Sarah can actually find it. Because a plan that lives entirely in your head has a single point of failure. And it's you. If something happened to Dave tomorrow, Sarah wouldn't just be grieving. She'd be locked out of her own life. Now be honest about what this doesn't do. Sarah didn't become a personal finance enthusiast. She still doesn't want to manage the accounts, and she's never going to get excited about interest rates. And that's completely fine. That was never the goal. If you're waiting for your spouse to wake up one day caring about money the way you do, you'll probably be waiting forever. Some people just don't. That's a preference, not a flaw to fix. What changed is that Sarah can finally see the destination. When Dave says not yet, she knows exactly what it's buying them. And Dave isn't silently carrying a private plan anymore, while everyone around him only sees the no. Someone else finally knows what he's building. Your spouse doesn't have to care about money exactly the way you do. But the plan shouldn't live entirely inside your head. You don't need equal interest. You need shared direction. If this sounds familiar, if you're the one carrying the financial responsibility in your house, quietly holding the plan together, try Dave's 3 sentences this week. Where you stand, what the priority is right now, what changes once you hit it. That's the whole shift.